Stampers, this is Holly from Rubber Redneck. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and welcome to another video tutorial. Today's video I'm going to be demonstrating this beautiful wedding favor bag, little gift bag here that I created. This uses the stamp set called Your Perfect Day from our Occasions catalog, and then I paired it with the Mother's Love stamp set as well from the Occasions catalog. Now I created this to promote my upcoming Summer Fun Edition 2015 online class, and we will be featuring the Your Perfect Day stamp set in the class along with 2 other stamp sets as well. So to register and sign up for that class, just visit my blog rubberredneck.typepad.com and it'll take you to the site where to sign up and how to purchase the stamp set as well, along with the other supplies. I'll also have a mini free project sheet available as well on the site too. So to create this little gift bag, you're going to need one of the polka dot tag bags. And then you'll want to take the stamp from Mother's Love and ink it in Mossy Meadow and stamp down here on the bottom right side. And then to die cut this part out, I'm going to show you how to die cut that out. I have inside little mini white M&Ms, but you can put those little mints and any other little goodie you want in there. So to die cut that out, you're going to need your Big Shot, and then you're going to need your magnetic platform and your cutting plate. And then if your cutting plate looks like mine where it's all cut up and cracked, you want a piece of copy paper to cover that. And the reason for that is if you don't cover it and you die cut it out, you're going to have that pattern all over this bag, and you don't want that. So put that piece of copy paper down, and then you're going to need the circle framelets. And I have mine stored on a magnetic sheet that I bought, so then they just slide out and they stay right on there. And then to make it even easier for you, what I did was I cut a little piece of sticky note and put it around the one that I used to cut that out. And it looks like it ripped on me, but it will work to leave that on there. And then what you will want is the 5th one counting from the outside. So you want that 5th circle framelit. So once you have that, then what you want to do is you're going to slide this into your bag, and you want to put the framelit with the cutting edge up, facing up, and then you're going to slide that down here into the inside of your bag. And you want to keep it so it's on this left side, and then put it all the way down to the bottom tight. Then once you have it down to the bottom tight, what you want to do is pull it up a 1/2 inch, and then from the left side you want to go in about 1/4 inch. And then hold on to it for a second and just kind of press around and make sure you have that where you want it so it's not going to die cut out over here on your image. But you want to be 1/4 inch in from the left side and 1/2 inch up from the bottom. Then once you have that part done, turn it over because you want that framelit to cut out. You want the cutting edge facing down so you don't wreck your cutting plate, your other one, and then put that on top, and then you're just going to zip this right through the Big Shot, die cutting that tag bag out. And then once you have that cut out, this is what you'll have. It'll look like this little white piece of paper, and then the part from the gift bag. Then you want to set your Big Shot aside for a second, because you'll be done with that. So just set it aside out of your way. And then you want to pull your framelit back out of your tag bag. And then just set your framelit aside as well. So now you've die cut out this little piece, and you'll notice it's not all etched from the cutting pad because we put that piece of copy paper down, so that's important to remember that. Then you want to place this onto your Simply Scored scoring tool and score it at 1.5 inches. Then once you have that scored, you're going to set this aside for a minute. cut one piece of window sheet at 3.5 by 3 3/4. Take the stamp from Your Perfect Day, ink it in white Stays-On, and stamp onto that window sheet. Now you're gonna repeat that until you have that entire piece stamped on. Once you have that piece stamped on, then you want to take some sticky strip and place it across the top and the bottom and then down your sides. Then once you have that part done, you're going to peel off the backing off your sticky strip. Now you're going to have to peel it off on all 4 sides at once. And then the next part will be a little tricky, but I have some helpful tips for you. You want to turn your bag so it's sideways. I found that it was a little bit easier sliding the window sheet in that way. And then you want to pull this part up, and then you're going to lay this down flat and slide this in here. And as you slide it in there, keep your other hand on top of it. And then you want to just line this up so that you can't see the sticky strip anywhere. And then once you have that in place, you want to just drop your bag. You just want to drop the bag down so that it won't crinkle anywhere. So it lays nice and flat for you. If you don't get that laid down nice and flat, what will happen is when it sticks to the sticky strip, it will kind of buckle around there. So you want to make sure you get that in there so it's nice and flat. Then you want to fill your 4x6 cellophane bag with your goodie, and then you're going to slide this inside your bag and just place it in there. Then you want to fold the Tega bag over on that scored line, crease it down with your bone folder. Once you have that creased down, then you want to take one of the tea lace paper doilies, and you're just going to place this right onto that gift bag. Now what I did was I placed it on here like that, and then I just folded it over at the top, and then I took my bone folder and I creased it over that edge good until I thought it was creased good enough. And then what I did was I flipped that up and I put a little bit of glue here to hold, just because you want to tack it into place on that flap. And then you want to turn it over and you want to tack it into place again. So that's what it'll look like so far. And you only want to glue it to that flap because you want whoever you give this to, you want them to be able to get inside there without ripping it to get inside. So just tack it into place. Then you want to cut 4 1/4 inches of that white jute ribbon. Once you have that cut, you're going to fold this over, and then you want to notch out the end to make like a banner. So you just want to go from the center to the end to notch that out. Then once you have that notched out, you're going to take a glue dot, and you just want to put 2 glue dots on the flat end that isn't been notched there. And then just place this over here onto the left side, and you just want to place that onto that tea lace paper doily. And you want to go in a little bit from the edge of that paper doily. So that's what it'll look like so far. Then you want to cut 1 piece of the Gold Soiree Designer Series paper, and you want that crisp cantaloupe pattern. And you're going to cut that at 2 1/4 by 4 inches. Then you're going to run that through the Big Shot with the banner framelits to die cut it out. You want a stamping dimensional, and you're going to place this on the back at the top. Then you want to attach your dimensional overlapping that white jute ribbon. You want to cut 1 piece of the Regal's Designer Series paper stack in that crushed curry pattern. You're going to cut that at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then you're going to take your paper snips and notch out the bottom, creating another banner. Now this one you're going to glue to the Gold Soiree designer paper, excuse me. So you just want to put a little bit of glue on the end. Don't go all the way to the bottom. Then you're going to overlap onto that designer paper so that the points down here overlap onto that white jute ribbon. Then you want to cut one piece of gold glimmer paper at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then you're going to zip it through the Big Shot with the starburst framelits to die cut it out. Once you have that die cut out, you're going to cut that in half. Once you have that cut in half, then you're going to glue this to your layers. So you just want to put some glue on there. And then you're going to glue this so this slides up to the top of the edge of the bag to hide your ends on that paper and that white jute ribbon, giving it a nice finished look. So there's what it'll look like. Then you want to cut 24 inches of the crisp cantaloupe thick baker's twine, and you're going to wrap this around the top. And what you're going to do is tie this is how we're going to tie it closed so that bag won't slide out. And then you want to just tie a bow. Keep it pretty easy, especially if you want to make a bunch of these for wedding favors. And then just slide it up so it's towards the top. Then you want to take and cut 9 inches of the gold sequin trim. Once you have that cut, you will need a glue dot. And what you want to do is fold it in half like I have here, pick it up, and put a glue dot there on the center. Then you're going to place this up here at the top onto that crisp cantaloupe bow in the center. Then you want to take one of our clothespins, and you're going to dip that in the Mossy Meadow ink pad. So just tap it right into your Mossy Meadow ink pad to add a little bit of color. Let it dry. It takes a little bit for it to dry so you don't transfer ink everywhere. Then you're going to slide this on to your bag over the center of that bow, hiding that center of that that gold sequin trim as well. And now you've created a really beautiful little wedding favor. These are perfect, would make a perfect table decoration or be a perfect gift for your bridesmaids or parents or grandparents, just as a little extra thank you for their help with the wedding. For the free project sheet and how to sign up for my Summer Fun Edition class, be sure to visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com. Thank you for watching.